which focuses on career success. Career success. How can we be successful in our careers? In our human relations course here. So here we are looking at how can we be promoted in our current and future organizations. So the focus here is really on discussing strategies or planning strategies. What can we do when we want to further our careers? And each of these, of course, each of these strategies will require us to use our emotional intelligence skills that come from chapter 2, which covered how to be our best selves. So if you did not do chapter 2 yet, please go back and do those as well, because that will lay the foundation for what we're talking about here. And as we talked about in that chapter, chapter 2, having a high emotional intelligence is more important. From studies, we do know that your leadership, that your performance, all of those important career markers are driven more by emotional intelligence than by your cognitive ability, your intelligence, your IQ. And that is IQ is needed to learn and to get into organizations, and then to actually be successful performing and promoting, you need emotional intelligence. So we have to really know ourselves. We have to have the ability to manage ourselves. And that's the core of this section here. So probably, if you have a manager that you meet with in one-on-ones, or if you have been paying any attention to sort of career ladders in your field, how to get promoted is maybe the most important question that we have as individual contributors, right? How do you grow to become a team lead, and then maybe to a manager, etc., in your organization? So this is a key question. And earning a promotion or moving into higher pay level really depends on not only your skills and abilities, your technical skills and abilities, right? Are you a great accountant? Are you great marketing professionals? But also on certain behaviors. And so this slide right here gives us the sort of lowdown on career success for newbies. And that's from a book with that same name. So there are several characteristics that people have that will help them earn this promotion. And they fall into the three sort of bigger categories of planning, having the right attitude, and then taking action. So you first plan, you make sure you have the right attitude, number 2, and number 3, you take action. So in terms of our planning phase, the first thing you would want to do, which this course is all about, is to perform a self-analysis. Your strengths and your weaknesses, where are you and where do you want to go? What strengths do you need to continue to build on to get you from A to B? And are there some weaknesses that you have to fix? I am not a proponent of fixing any and all weaknesses, because I think that is too time consuming. I think we ought to focus on the weaknesses that are holding us back or hindering us from growing or from reaching promotions. So first, to plan, we perform the self-analysis. Then we need to keep an eye on our goals, number 2. Remember, all the way back to chapter 2 again, setting those SMART goals. Think about where you want to be in the short term, in the medium term, and then in the long term. You create objectives that will help you meet those goals. Again, if you haven't done chapter 2, go back and watch those. Then number 3, here comes your attitude, right? Put pride, passion, belief into everything that you are doing. People who get promoted really take pride in their work. They enjoy what they're doing. They show up with a positive attitude and enthusiasm, and they work towards their own personal goals. And then they also work towards the goals of the department and of their company, of their organization. And of course, we want to back that up with skills and knowledge. Make sure that we know the work, and my pen still doesn't work on this trackpad here. Make sure that we have the right skills, the right knowledge, and we continue to acquire skills and knowledge to be the best we can, really. Seeing challenges as opportunities Everything can be overcome, and having a positive attitude will help you with a lot of that. And so it's about reframing and thinking about solutions. And then also think about how we can help the company and our manager achieve their goals, right? So, what is it that we can do in our work that makes our manager, our team, and our department, and then the company, the organization, successful? And how can we contribute to that? And then, after all of that, sort of the planning and our attitude check, then of course we take action on all of these things. So we always go over and beyond. We do our best and we take on extra. Maybe we do extra assignments. Maybe we help our teammates. Maybe we even take on tasks from the next level up. I do want to caution to do too much on the next level up without having the promotion. On the positive side, it shows that you have the knowledge, skills, and abilities and the competencies to do work at that level. But at the same time, that will be a scope creep for you. And so you just want to balance that depending on, are they never going to promote you and you keep doing that work for no pay and no title? Or are you in an organization where they value that, they see what you're doing, and they will promote you? And so that will depend on your context and your situation. And so do your best and then take on those extra assignments above your pay grade as you see appropriate in your organization. And then network, right? Having friends, making more friends. It's not about showing up at events and exchanging business cards. It's about creating relationships, create relationships that you can draw on, and also where you can contribute to those relationships. So networking is key, 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 key. And so, in addition to having the right planning skills, the right attitudes, and then executing on that, those characteristics for promotion, learning how to handle change is key as well, right? Even though we know we need to change sometimes, we desire the change, it's hard, it's tough for us to actually do the change. We did talk again in chapter 2, very foundational chapter, about change. And so it keeps coming back here. So, both for you personally and from a professional and career perspective, change is important for you to be able to embrace and follow through on. So, we don't want to settle, we don't want to get too comfortable. We want to be comfortable with that change, knowing that's a process and we're going to have to go through that. And so, some of the reasons why we're not changing, we have fear. We just don't know what's going to come. We know what we have, but not what the future hold. We have a fear of failure, right? We're very good at what we're doing right now. If we're trying something new, that might not pan out, right? It's like if you're playing soccer, my kids play soccer, and I say you have to take 100 shots at the goal before you can actually score. And so we have to try, even if that means we fail occasionally. Job security is a big one, and we hold on to what we have. We have some personalities. Again, go back to our prior chapters. We've talked about personalities. We've talked about big five, openness to experiences, conscientiousness. All these will feed into whether or not you embrace change. And if we have had bad experiences with change, we might be more hesitant. And on the other side, if you have had good experiences with change, you will be excited about it. So maybe that's something you do. You sit down and you think about all the good experiences you have had with change, and that will make change success more salient for you. Think about what you did in those instances where it went well and it was easy for you. And that will help you with change going forward. So, key here, identify the reasons where you are stuck, where you are avoiding change. And when you have done that and you've looked at your behaviors, now we can start to think about why we're behaving the way we're behaving. And that can we then change, right? Through changing habits and changing our goals, right? Cool stuff. Love this stuff. Love, love, love. Here's your exercise. Go to Barnes and Noble, click on this quiz. I love this quiz. Take it, and then based on the results, what are some of the things that you can do to improve your possible resistance to change? And also, why do you think that the abilities to deal with change and job promotions are so closely tied, right? Job promotions can be difficult, change is difficult. Why do you think that is? Tell me in the comments what you find out. What are your results, and what are you doing with that? So, summary: part of your career success is making sure that you know how to increase your power position and having awareness of your attitude and your personality. There are three main behavioral aspects to optimizing career success: planning, attitude, and action. Examples include being willing to go over and beyond your current job description, and also having specific goals that you want to reach with objectives. Besides goal setting, having a positive can do attitude can help improve chances for promotions. Besides your attitude and personality, career promotions means being comfortable with possible changes, embracing those. People who resist change because of People do resist change because of fear of job security, fear of not having job security, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, your individual personality, and bad past experiences. So let's change that today to make sure that we are set up for success so that we can go capture that next promotion. Wish you all the best, and see you for the next part. For the next part, that will also talk about etiquette, helping us with etiquette for career success.